Imagine opening your eyes tomorrow morning. Everything in your room looks exactly the same. The sun is filtering through the blinds, casting warm squares of light on your floor. Your alarm hasn't gone off, but you woke up anyway. And then you notice it. Or rather, you notice what's missing. Silence. Not the quiet of a peaceful weekend morning, but a deep, heavy, absolute silence. You pick up your phone. The screen is blank. No notifications, no messages, no signal. You step outside, still in your pajamas. The air is chilly. You look down your street. There are cars parked along the curb, but not a single engine is running. No buses, no delivery trucks, no distant hum of highway traffic. You yell out a greeting, but your voice just bounces off the brick houses and dies in the empty air. You walk to the nearest supermarket, the door sliding open with a hollow click. The aisles are fully stocked, the lights are buzzing, but there isn't a single employee or shopper inside. You are completely, undeniably alone. Everyone has vanished. With no laws, no money, and no one to stop you, you walk into a luxury dealership, pick out the keys to the fastest sports car on the showroom floor, and drive it straight out the glass window. You find an empty runway or a wide-open freeway, and push the pedal to the floor, roaring down the center line with no speed limits, no police, and no other cars in sight. When you get hungry, you walk into the finest pastry shop in the city. You eat whatever you want, right off the shelves. You head to the mall and load a cart with the most expensive clothing, high-end electronics, and gadgets. You break into the grandest mansion in the neighborhood and look out over your new estate. For a fleeting moment, it feels like you've won the ultimate lottery. You are the king of an empty world. But our modern world is a fragile machine. It requires constant human maintenance to keep running. And without us, that machine quickly begins to fall apart. You are sitting in your mansion at dusk when suddenly the hum of the refrigerator stops. The lights flicker, dim, and die. The water pressure in the pipes drops. The taps run dry. The internet servers, left uncooled in giant data centers, overheat and auto-shut down. With our machines quiet and our lights out, nature wastes no time reclaiming what was once hers. Within a few months, the concrete jungle begins to turn green. Without maintenance, weeds and vines split through cracks in the roads, swallowing asphalt and climbing up the glass facades of abandoned skyscrapers. Your domestic pets, left behind, have escaped. House cats form silent hunting packs, and dogs run together in the avenues. Zoo animals, freed by automatic cage gates or natural wear, explore their new habitats, or a family of deer crossing a silent highway. Nature doesn't miss us. Without our pollution, our noise, and our concrete, the planet begins to heal at an incredible speed. As the years pass, the physical challenges of finding food and fresh water become second nature to you. The real battle isn't for your body, it is for your mind. The crushing weight of absolute silence begins to take its toll. You realize that you haven't heard a human voice in months, perhaps years. You start talking out loud to yourself, just to hear the sound of speech. But your voice sounds foreign to your own ears. You start creating companions out of objects. You dress up mannequins and place them around your living room. You paint smiley faces on sports balls, naming them and talking to them over dinner. Every time the wind rustles a loose piece of sheet metal on a skyscraper, your heart leaps. Eventually, you can't stay in one place anymore. You pack a backpack, grab a bicycle, and head out onto the vast, empty highway network. You travel from city to city, exploring empty houses, hoping to find a single sign of life. You leave massive, spray-painted messages on highway overpasses. You set up old amateur radio equipment at the top of high hills, broadcasting static and your voice into the void, waiting for a reply that never comes. Decades later, you are an old, weathered survivor. You sit under the shade of a massive oak tree, growing right in the middle of a crumbled city street, watching the deer graze peacefully in the ruins. You look at the decaying skeletons of skyscrapers, reaching into the sky like ancient pyramids. You realize that all of our grand technology, our achievements, our skyscrapers, and our systems were never what made our world special. It was our shared stories, our laughter, our relationships, and our connections. Without people, the Earth is still a gorgeous, thriving planet. But we are just the final caretakers of an empty, beautiful museum.